Hello, everyone. My name is Ann Miller French. I am the owner and founder of Angelic Hands LLC. And today I am going to share a guided meditation with distant Reiki that will help you to mentally prepare for the upcoming holiday season. Holidays can mean many things for everyone, depending on your circumstances, depending on your environment, your family dynamics. It can bring joy, can bring happiness. Holidays can also bring up stressors, PTSD triggers. So, my heartfelt intention is that you receive a little something from this today to bring about that harmony and balance. And if you look at yourself from a holistic standpoint, I always use the example of the triangle, bringing about the balances to anything that is imbalanced in the triangle. So it's the body, the mind, the spirit, body, mind, soul. And I love to use the infinity symbol. So I see the triangle, but I also see the infinity symbol. And seeing that evenly distributed on both sides. So before I get started, I wanted to give you a brief introduction to anyone that is new to me. Hello and welcome to those of you that have been following me for quite some time. Welcome back. And I wanted to gift you with this today. So I am a quantum life coach. I am the creator of the Self Love Academy and Meet Your Higher Self one-on-one VIP coaching sessions. These are two very, very unique, very powerful biohacking tools that I created for transformation and success in your life. So, anything from A to Z regarding time, health, relationships, money, manifestations, really looking at any of those areas and stuck points in your life, even if you're unsure where the blind spots are, where the stuck points are, if you feel like you're not quite moving ahead, or if you're moving ahead and then all of a sudden you feel like you're snapped back. And so I can tell you from my own personal experiences that biohacking is an amazing process and technique to reprogram the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is a record keeper of every single experience that you've ever had, everything that's ever happened to you from the past. So if you have ever found that you had set an intention for yourself, or perhaps you like to set goals for yourself and you're moving ahead, and then you hear that little voice that says, oh, remember the last time you did that, this happened, or remember the last time you went to this holiday gathering, this happened. So what we want to do is bring in, and I'm going to incorporate some of these amazing techniques today. These are some of the techniques that I actually share with my students and clients that I work with on a regular basis during their, whether they're doing the Self-Love Academy, or if they're doing the Meet Your Higher Self, or if they're going through a reading with me. I also offer readings, medium readings, psychic readings, Akashic Records readings, animal communication readings, and I also work with energy healing. So quantum energy healing, light language therapy, and Reiki. So I'm a Reiki practitioner and also a Reiki master teacher. So with that said, I would love to get started. And at this time, I'm going to invite you to find a quiet area where you can either sit or lie down. You definitely don't want to do this or listen to this while you're driving. You're going to want to do this while you have some, what I call some me time, some time for you, some time for self-care. It's an act of self-love. So find that comfortable area to sit or lie down. We're going to start with some breath work. And then I'm going to guide you through a little bit of quantum hypnosis. And I love to give credit where credit is due. I have been very honored and gifted and have experienced a lot of amazing teachings and have had a lot of personal experiences myself. So what I share with others, I have personally experienced, personally witnessed myself. So part of my passion and my purpose is to share that information with others. And you are empowering yourself to make those shifts, to make those changes. And again, the emphasis with today's guided meditation is to help you mentally prepare for the holidays, not even it's not only isolated to only Christmas, or if you celebrate Hanukkah or New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. There's a lot of other holidays. So you can listen to this anytime you need that little extra boost and that remembrance reminder of how powerful you are and how you can shift those old thought patterns into what you truly desire, because whatever you are focusing on, so it's like a tuning fork. You're sending that information out and then it turns into form. So thoughts become things. You may have heard that before. So at this point, you're going to start with some breath work. I'm going to guide you through this every step of the way. I have already set the intention that you are receiving distant Reiki from me. Anyone out there that is, if you're not familiar with what Reiki is a form of energy healing. It's another healing modality. And as your facilitator, I am creating this environment for you, this welcoming environment. You are ultimately doing the healing. With any healing modality, it is simply creating the space and helping you to clear out these energetic stuck points that can be anywhere, again, in the triangle: the body, the mind, the spirit, aka the soul. To start clearing these stuck points out, or if there's energy that's stagnant, or if it's running slow. So if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling grief, if you're feeling lonely, or you are literally feeling over the top, perhaps a little anxious, are excited about the holidays. I am very excited about the holidays, but I will tell you, there are times where I have to literally mentally give myself a time out to reconnect, recalibrate. And a lot of times it's a matter of taking a breath in by a breath out. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the breath work. So you're going to start with a nice deep breath into the nose. Now try to hold that belly breath for a count of 3 if you can. Hold the intention that you're holding that belly breath, and then completely exhaling that air out of your mouth. So I will demonstrate into the nose. Easy peasy with the breath work. So whatever is comfortable for you, you're going to work your way up. We're going to do this a few more times. Every time you're taking a breath in, what you are doing is you're calling your higher self back into your vessel, back into your body. You're calling all of your energy back in. And I am all about intention. Intention is so powerful. So simply by intending that every time you take a breath in, you are calling all of you back in from your to-do list, from your day, whatever, wherever your attention has been, you're calling all of your energy back in. So another nice deep breath into the nose. Out through the mouth. And a couple more into the nose, out through the mouth. And one more into the nose, out through the mouth. Give it all you've got. Now I'm going to guide you through quantum hypnosis, which is another biohacking technique. And to get yourself into that state, I'm going to guide you into it. And then at the very end of this meditation, which will be about perhaps 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes at the most. And then I will walk you through on how to bring yourself back in and out of that hypnotic state. With hypnosis, you have free will, so you are never going to be guided to do anything that you wouldn't want to do. This is simply to benefit you, to guide you, to help you mentally prepare for the upcoming holidays. And truth be told, you can use this anytime you are mentally preparing yourself for anything that may be viewed by yourself as something stressful, or perhaps you're preparing for a meeting or a get together, or being in a large gathering or crowd. Excuse me. So it can be used for many different things. Okay, so the way to get yourself into a hypnotic state is you're going to, and I will show you how to do it, and then I'm going to guide you on how to do it. So you're going to look up. You're going to look up without moving your head, and you're going to look up like you're looking at your eyebrows, or you're looking up in your head. So it's going to look like this. And your eyelids are going to flutter. Eyelids are going to flutter, but you're going to also focus on your breath. So now I'm going to have you do one as a practice. I'm going to guide you. So you're going to look up without moving your head. You continue to keep those eyes up. Your eyelids are going to feel heavy. You're going to continue to take that breath in, followed by that breath out. You're going to continue to look up. You're going to look up. Like you're looking up into your eyebrows, your eyelids are getting heavy. They're getting heavy. You're focusing on your breath, the sound of my voice. Now you're going to gently close your eyes. And you're not even going to think about the placement of where your eyes are. Going to follow the sound of my voice. And now you're going to ever so gently tip your chin, like you're tipping it forward with your eyes closed. And you're going to imagine that there is a staircase in front of you, and each step is numbered. And if you're not a visual person, that's okay. Through the power of your intention, again, the brain doesn't know the difference between real or imagination. And also the beautiful part about using this hypnotic state, you're going to imagine, hold the intention that you are starting to make your descent down the steps, going deeper and deeper into this state of hypnosis. So you're on the 10th step, you see the 9th step, the 8th step, you hear your footsteps, you see the color of the steps, you see the numbers on the steps, the 7th step, the 8th step, you may be holding on to a handrail, the 6th step, the 5th step, the 4th step, the 3rd step, the 2nd step, the 1st step. Now you're down at the landing. Taking a breath in, picking up the sense around you. It's very peaceful in this space. And in front of you, you're going to see a remote control on a desk in front of you. You're going to pick up this remote control, and hanging above the desk on the wall is a huge big screen TV. You're going to look back at the remote in your hand, and you're going to press the on button. And this big screen TV turns on, and appearing on the screen is you, the age that you currently are today, exactly what you're wearing, exactly how you look. And you're going to see yourself in the environment that you are mentally preparing yourself for. And we're going to take a walk back down memory lane, and you're going to imagine that you're rewinding to an earlier time in your life. I'd like you to think of a time when you had a very happy experience with the holidays. Perhaps it was a family gathering, something that you experienced as a child. You're going to continue to you're hitting the rewind button on your remote control. And then it's stopping at the age of where you were the most happiest. And you had such an amazing time. Perhaps you were a little child, a little girl, or a little boy. And you're going to see yourself stepping into that time frame. And you're going to mentally download that image. You're going to bring in that image using your imagination, how that happiness felt and what felt so amazing about that experience, what you were doing, what you were wearing, who you were with. Perhaps there was food involved, perhaps toys, perhaps Santa Claus was there at that time, Christmas tree, whatever that looks like for you. You're going to take this all in, that balance, that happiness, that joy. Perhaps you do things with family, go to Sunday Mass at church, whatever that looks like for you surrounding the holidays. Taking it in and remembering that feeling, remembering what it feels like to be happy, remembering what it feels like to feel joyful. So you're taking that in, you're bringing that with you into this present day. And now you're going to imagine that you're looking at the current version of you appearing back up on the screen, on the TV screen. It's almost as if the screen divides itself in half. There's the version of you, the happiest time in your life. And on the other side is the version of you that you are today, where you are mentally preparing yourself for the holidays, or perhaps a gathering or a meeting, whatever you are currently preparing yourself for. And you're going to imagine that this younger version of you from the past meets the current version of you today, and you're going to connect as one. This little version of you is going to help you and remind you what happiness is, what inner peace is, what joy is, what it looks like, what it feels like. You can imagine that you're embracing this version of you, connecting with this part of you. And if there's anyone out there that has experienced a loss of any kind, perhaps it's a loved one, beloved family pet, going to invite this version of you, the happier version of you, to continue to be absorbed, brought in, downloaded, helping you, reminding you of happier times in your life, these precious memories, reminding the adult version of you that, yes, this exists. Happiness does exist. Joy does exist. It's your natural state of being. So if you're working through grief of any kind, a loss of any kind, embracing this part of you. Next thing that we're going to do is you're going to speak to your body, and you're going to ask your body, is there grief that is ready to be released at this time? And grief is associated with the lungs. So you can place one hand, if not both, over your heart space, and holding the intention that if you're holding on to any grief, placing your hands over your heart space. The heart is always love. And whatever grief is there, you can imagine that it's dissolving, it's clearing, you're opening up the space. If you notice that you start coughing, that is totally normal. That's a way for your body to physically clear out what may have been there for quite some time. If you're currently going through any type of a sinus related ailment or anything surrounding the lungs, and imagine, hold the intention that you're opening up this space and you're filling it with love. You may even imagine the color green filling the space. And every time you take a breath in, you're amplifying and expanding this color, the soothing color, breathing it in. You're giving this to all of you, to your body, to your mind, to your spirit, mentally preparing yourself for anything that life presents you with. A couple more moments with this. And you can physically do this or imagine yourself doing this. Hold yourself in a hug, give yourself a big hug, and say to yourself mentally or out loud, I am so proud of you. I am with you. I see you. I hear you. I feel what you are feeling. I'm here with you now. Like a parent to a child, like a guardian to a child, giving yourself the very things that you might not have received as a child. Giving yourself that hug. Place your hands gently down at your side. And now I'm going to start the descent back. Going to bring you back into the present moment. I'm going to start counting back from the number 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Please feel free to share your comments and feel free to share this with anyone that you feel may benefit from this guided meditation. And if you have any questions surrounding my practice, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Ann Miller French with Angelic Hands LLC. My website is angelichaNds.com. That's ANGELIKHANDS.com. Be well. Thank you.